Hey YouTube, and Sendar here once again. There's been some rumors lately that the new personal battleship might be coming out even in tomorrow's patch, so I wanted to get this out before then. This might actually be a couple weeks from now, or maybe even a month, but we can look at what materials it needs on the other servers. These could change, but the requirements are pretty heavy, so if you get started now, you'll have a pretty good head start on getting your personal battleship. This is what it looks like, 2 cannons. The new area, well, I guess the first thing on this, let me see. It seems like the most important thing looking at this is the personal battleship is going to have a base 150% speed versus what we have now with the fishing boat, 100. So that alone is huge for navigating the waters. So you're going to want that just for the speed. But also, this new area is going to be constant PvP with no karma loss or anything. Pirates, sea monsters. So this is going to be something that can really expand your gameplay. And you'll probably want to be building this. So let's go back to the basics here. Okay, so we've got, I'll start at the bottom here. Flax fabric. For that one, you're just going to want to take flax, heat it up, and that will get you flax thread. If you're high in processing, you'll actually get some rare procs directly to the flax fabric. You're going to need 300 of these for the battleship. And again, some of these might change, so just keep that in mind. But this is how it is in the other versions. And then you just grind the flax thread. So that'll get you the flax fabric. You're going to need 300. That's actually not too bad. Of course, you can marketplace any of this stuff too, but it'll be much more profitable to make them yourselves, especially if your processing is high. The next one that I've been trying to do with all my energy, you're going to need pine. You're just going to want to chop the pine timber. Now, 1,500 pine plywood is actually pretty crazy. There's a couple areas that are really known for pine. The first one being just north here of Florin. This area right here has lots of pine. And there's another area down here by Trent. Lots of pine around here. There's a lot of other areas too. You're going to need a lot of pine for this. So first I'm chopping up the pine timber. Then you need to chop it again, the pine planks. High processing, again, you might skip the proc right over into pine plywood, which is great. Either way, we're looking at 1,500 of these, and it's going to take 10 planks for each attempt at plywood. So, and then of course, pine timber into planks. This is going to be significant. So you want to start mass cutting down pine trees now. I'd start now. Okay, the next one, steel 600. All right, that's not too bad. You just take coal, iron shard, heat. Steel's pretty common, pretty easy to make. You might have to do a quest if you don't have skilled heating. We'll probably do a video on those at some point here soon. So now we have standardized timber squares. These could be a serious issue. As you can see, I have 400 logs here. What you need to do is get logs, which is of course by timbering as a side effect. Like if you go to a pine tree, you'll get logs. Any tree, you're going to get logs. So to start this off, you're going to start chopping some of these. And you'll get the usable scantling. And you'll notice, I think this is taking 10 at a time. Let me just check. Yeah, you're using 10 logs for every attempted scantling. You can skip and get a lucky proc. I guess if your processing is high, going right to standardized timber square. So hope for that. To actually make these, you have to take the usable scantling, and I believe it's 10 on these too, just to make standardized timber square. You need 800 of these things. So yeah, this is going to be a problem. So, you know, start cutting down pine trees. You're going to get the pine timber and the logs. Maybe start picking up the logs anytime you see them in the marketplace. Same with pine timber. Any way you look at it, this is going to take, you know, a couple days just to get all these mats. There is another, well, as of right now, I guess a gate on this top one here. Ship plans. Now that quest isn't even activated yet, but what you're going to be looking for is this guy Filiberto, okay? So you can just auto path him by typing his name in here. So this guy's going to give a daily quest, and I believe you have to do it 20 times. It seems kind of ridiculous that this would take 20 days, so maybe this will be changed. But as of right now, this will be the guy. And apparently another rumor is you're going to need 1,000 Amity with this guy, so you might want to, you know, start working on this guy. It might happen, it might not. All right, looks like it's going to be a fun one too. So you might want to start using your energy for that. Of course, if he is tough, there's always the trick where you just go up to him and press F1, spend a little energy, but it raises the Amity. If worse comes to worse on this guy, I don't know how hard it'll be yet. And let's see, so that covers all the base materials you're going to need. You're also going to need, over here, if you haven't been over here, this is a Epheria West Coast. Close this. Shipyard. You're going to need this maxed out too. I'm going to have to check if this is going to be able to be built elsewhere. So there's one shipyard here. To connect this, you know, just it's going to be at least 12 contribution points. Probably a lot more if you're not closely connected. So let me try to do this real quick. Alright, I got that one. Let's see how many this is going to cost. Again, this could be built somewhere else, but for right now, we're going with this is probably where it's going to be built, since in some things it's called the Epheria battleship or personal battleship. We'll see what happens. It might be another location that's less contribution. I believe I was told, yeah, 12. We're looking at 12 contribution just to get this thing. And that's just in the city. So if you're already 2 over here, it's only going to be 12. And if you got to, you know, build over here, you're probably going to need a lot more points. So just stick with the cooking and alchemy, spamming those out to get enough contribution points. Because this will be, yeah, a considerable amount. So, all right, let's take a look. I think I covered all the different materials. You might want to start making those now. Hopefully this won't be a 20-day thing. You're probably going to need the shipyard here for tons of contribution. And let me pull up any other images I have here, so if you need to pause it. This is what I have so far. This one's in Spanish, I believe. And all this can change. The one thing for sure is you're going to want a personal battleship, or the Epheria battleship. I guess since it's called that, we are pretty much definitely going to be building it here. Other than that, subscribe for more Black Desert stuff. And if I have any more information on this, I'll probably put in the comments or links in the description. Or I might even just put it in the video. So good luck on this one. If you have any questions, just add a comment too. And I'll see you guys in the next one.